Hello, good evening everybody. How's it going today? So it's now January the 4th. It's about 11 p.m. Central Standard Time here in Manitoba, Canada. I do apologize if you hear the rain sound in the background. My girlfriend's sleeping on the sofa. She's incredibly tired today. And yeah, sometimes I just pass out. It's not the biggest place, but it's definitely more than big enough for two people. And she always likes to be around me when I trade, so I have a sit stand desk. I gotta show you guys the photo. Like I was working late at night to wake up to work, just to check the market because it went crazy, right? So I have a sit stand desk, so she likes to like sleep underneath it while I just stand there and I work, right? It's actually super sweet. So it's always good to have a partner in crime, right? So anyways, that's why you hear the sound in the background. So let's get on with this. With today, what we're gonna do is get into a Bitcoin technical analysis, and we're also trying to take a look at generally where the alts are trending. As you guys know, we took quite a major dip to the $28,000 range. In fact, I thought that was the top. So we're trending up into that region that becomes incredibly scary. And we're going to go over just generally what happens at the end of parabolic moves up, right? They tend to react very violently, or if not violently, then they just steadily do decline eventually. We have to think of it from the perspective of if anything runs fast, it's clearly going to. Oh, my camera's not even on. I don't know why. Ah, there you go. That's so weird. Hi, guys. That's me. Ah. So, anyway. Oh, I got some Welch's. No, shake them all. That's all right. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, let's get on with this today, guys. So the first thing that we're gonna do, always, first and foremost, when you're doing a Bitcoin technical analysis, what you want to do. Oops. There we go. It's a little bit better. What you want to do is go to Coin Market Cap. Okay. Go to Bitcoin. Right. Go here. Go to historical data and check out the 24-hour volume. Okay, volume is really important for us to understand how we're picking up or declining, where the market cap was and where the market cap isn't anymore. So if we take a look over this data, for example, say over 7 days here, over this past 7 days, we went from 500,000 or $508 billion up to 610, almost 609 billion. That's about a 20% increase in 7 days. That's quite substantial. And then we also see the volume, right? So here we see decline. Like the 31st there was really low volume, right? Of course, the New Year's, etc., right? But here's 40 to 45, $51 million ranges from the 28th all the way to New Year's, right? So around this region, right here, like the 28th to New Year's, like around here, that was a really slow range, right? Because it was going sideways here, then went up, and then it went sideways again. So this day, the January the 1st, near the 2nd, right? That's the day that Bitcoin started to pick up in volume, I bet. Right there, see? The 1st, near the 2nd. So it starts to pick up, bam, bam, we ramp up to 81 billion. And then now our volume is really low. Oh, it's actually 24, average 82 billion, so it's not bad as well right now for the 4th, but it's only been a few hours as far as we have to give it more time. A measure of how much cryptocurrency was traded in the past 24 hours, right? So right now we're actually increasing. Okay, we're increasing because of that large sell-off, in my opinion, and the recovery. So during big dumps, we'll see that. And the point of this is to understand how it has been trending, right? Where its slow times are, when times there are more volatility, there's gonna be a lot more volume. Now the second thing that I do is I go to my Bitcoin dominance, okay, guys? And by the way, it is the new year right now, obviously 2021. Happy New Year's, everybody! If you haven't picked up my course yet, I highly recommend that you get it. Okay, I'm just gonna do it for pretty much, probably just for January, I'm guessing. Actually, no, definitely not all of January. I'll be sold out of coupons way before that. Actually, after this video, it's gonna sell right away. So normally it sells for $420 if you, or sorry, 450 on Udemy. It's 200 for course one, 200 for course two, and then $50 for course three. And they're good. If you guys take a look at the average standards, like the industry standards of a premium tutorial video of how to trade, etc. They go for like 5 to 10 grand, and I knew that, so I decided to basically undercut every single person and let them know that, hey, I want to make a better product and a cheaper product as well. So yeah, and I decided to make a really awesome product that was cheaper, and it caught fire. So here are the 3 courses, right? This is basically, you guys can pause it to take a look at the syllabus. It's designed from the ground up. It's made for people just like you guys, where you might be an advanced trader or even a beginner. And it's designed to be very structured from an educational perspective. And I think anybody who has taken it has probably said only good things about it. The only bad thing about it back then was I couldn't respond to everybody. It was just so hard because it's just little me trying to do all this by myself and to create content. So I'm sorry about that, guys, still to this day. That's why I try my best to make it up to you guys whenever I can, right? So that's course 1. And then course 2, check that out. This one's even better. Intermediate to advanced trading with a lot of Elliot wave. Course 3 was one of my favorites. It's the documenting and review process. So where I grew an account really quickly, and then I narrated my thoughts, and then I tell you how to document your trades and review them. So this normally sells for $450, but right now, if you guys want it, I only get literally 10 coupons a month on Udemy. That is it, okay? If you guys want this package, I'll do it for 150 American dollars, right? Because that's the only thing I can do now. That's a really good deal in my opinion. But it has to be by crypto because I can't offer these coupons on Udemy. So consider taking the course, guys, for $150 American. That's kind of, it's a good investment in yourself, and it's like putting in tuition into yourself so you can better advance your skills, right? Or further them as well. Anyways, I'm not going to show my course, guys. I want to get on with this because my job is to focus on you guys. So now the second thing that I do, other than the volume, right? Oh, sorry, it's Bitcoin dominance. That's the second thing I do. So I see that we were trending at about 70%. Now we're trending at about 68.3. So we know some of the money is actually shifting. So this is a comparison. The dominance refers to compared to every single alt. So basically you have the whole market cap. Bitcoin's dominance is 68.3%. So it's huge, right? But we got to 70. When Bitcoin dominates more, it means that alts are generally not going to move nearly as much because people are more focusing on Bitcoin and putting money into there. Okay? So now the third thing that I do, first one was volume. Second one was the Bitcoin dominance. And third thing that I do is I just generally scroll down and take a look at these columns. 24-hour change, 7-day change, and the last 7 days change. Okay? So we see some coins like Ethereum really going at it, right? Bitcoin's going at it too, but it looks like it's in correcting phase, sort of. We see a lot of these coins is really up there. XLM really went parabolic for a while, and then it tanked. We see Theta is still going upwards right now. We see TRX take a major dive. So it's all over the place. That's what we can conclude from that. Okay, now that we're done that, finally we get to go to the charts, okay? So, now that we're in the charts, I'm going to start off with the monthly. We're not doing a day trading perspective today. Or even a swing. Actually, yeah, maybe we'll do a swing. So what we see from the monthly thus far here is that it yields a really large wick. Okay, I know it's only been 4 days, but we have been rejected 10% already. Right, so there's not a really great indication. But what I can say is that the monthly is now at 82 RSI. We're still trending to the upside. But the thing that I don't like about this structure that makes me cautious is kind of the 3 peaks. Like, that's one peak, you can say, right? These regions. Actually, I shouldn't say that. It'd be more like this one here, okay? Whoops. Which one was I on earlier? The weekly. There we go. So, this is kind of like one right here, I'd say. Like, around here, from it started March, and it sounded around there. That's one. This is most likely 3, like wave 3, and this one there was a really short correction. That's what I'm guessing, okay, just from MACD. I don't have the charts memorized, but I'm gonna guess right here. Okay, let's see if I can get this right, just from histogram. Test me. This right there is where the bull market began. That's what I'm gonna guess, and I'm gonna guess that this is the peak. Actually, nah. Right here is the peak. This was a correction downwards for a long time. Okay? So here we reached a peak, and I think it was right around here, you say. I'm just going to say right around there is the high. And then here is where we probably reached the low and a breakout occurred. Like right around here, this is the breakout happening. This one right here is the top of wave 3. The next one to the right is the tiny correction. And then this one right there is getting near to the peak of 5. How can I tell all this from histogram? I can't, I'm guessing. Let's take a look if I'm right. So I said there, this first one was where the bull rally began. I was pretty much bang on, right? Here, I said that this is near the top of the peak. I'm dead on, right? Dead on here. See that? So I actually got wave 1 right. So this one here was where the bull market began. You don't really see it that well. Right there though, right? So I'm dead on about this as well. Here's where the breakout happens. And then I also said that this guy right there was basically the top of wave 3. Right? And the next one over was a really shallow correction around that region. So I'm basically implying that this here is 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, and that's 5. Right? That's what I'm thinking. And that's actually right thus far. So another way to look at this is like this, alright? This one here is going to be one of your more favorite and desirable counts, in my personal opinion. So check this out. Here is a normal Elliot wave structure. There's 1 and there's a 2, right? And then you get 3 going to the upside. Clearly, this one is parabolic. A parabolic move refers to something like this. Imagine if you just drew a straight line, like that, right? Like going up like that. Well, that's not that steep. So a parabolic move refers to every time, okay, this is the definition of a parabolic move up, okay? Let me just show you a function. Y is equal to the power of x is an exponential function that gets higher and higher and higher. What it basically refers to is that, like, this is the Cartesian graph. This goes x-axis, this is the y-axis, okay? And a parabolic move basically refers to, if you think about it from a time versus price graph, okay? It basically refers to where it goes up more than it goes right. You know what I mean? It gains more ground going x than it does, or going y than it does x. So it might move, say, 2 units up, but only 1 unit to the right. So then they might move again 2 units up, and then 1 unit to the right, right? So sorry, it does like, say, 2 units to the up, and then 1 unit to the right. And the next one, it might move 3 units up, and then 1 to the right only. So it keeps increasing the movement going to the upside in a very similar period of time. Does that make sense? That's what is defining a parabolic move up. So then if we have points, okay, just for example, I have a point there, right? And then I make a point there, and now it's going like that. And now it's getting higher. So let's just say for the same distance right there, I'm just going to use these dots to make it easy. Okay? This is really important actually. So here we start off there. And the next one we start off right around there. But instead of just moving 1 to the right, we now move 1 to the right and 1 up. We move 2 up. And then now we're going to move 3 up. Right? And then now we're actually going to move 4 up. Okay? We're going to move 4 up like that. And now if you actually draw a line, this is what you're going to get. You're going to see an increase in the slope of the curvature. And it will look just like this. Watch. Okay? There's the one line. So now it gets steeper. Watch. It gets steeper. And it gets steeper. And this is a very good Elliott wave lesson that's coming up. It gets steeper. So now, if you actually do that, okay, it's getting steeper and steeper and steeper. So that is what is traditionally defined as a parabolic move up, like mathematically, not mathematically, but like from that perspective. So then a normal Elliott wave structure goes like that. 2 down. My girlfriend's so passed out. I actually love having her here. We had to take some time off from each other because she was going through some things that I just could not at all like handle because it's not my world anymore. You know what I mean? So I had to step away from that and back off because it wasn't healthy for me anymore. And then now she's a very different person and she's sober, so I really like her for that, you know? So it's very important to me if you guys remember me going to rehab, right? I can't be around that. And it is very funny how when people sober up, they tend to crawl right back to me because not crawl, but they tend to realize how great of a guy I actually am. And I think anybody would want to be around me sober. I'm a lot better to myself and other people, so and I can't do that whole party shit thing anymore. Anyways, I'm just feeling a lot of gratitude right now because things are really looking around them. Things are really changing in my life. I saved enough to buy a condo, like to build a condo. Like we're talking about the sickest industrial type loft condo that's small. I don't need a big one. It's me, right? And I saved for it in cash in the past 6 months. So it's like I'm kind of fucking happy about that. You know what I'm saying? And now my lady's sober and it's like awesome. I am. I'm making pretty good bank trading. I'm helping you guys on Discord group. Family is healthy. Got beautiful dog. Like things are just looking really good right now overall about everything. So I'm happy. So, anyways, so then this one here, we'll say this one's not as steep. Okay, not as steep. So then the third wave ends up getting steeper. Okay. So the third wave gets steeper. Like this. So that goes up a lot. Okay. And here we try to divide that as well, right? The first one could be small, second, and then there could be a huge third. And another four, and the fifth one could even be even higher, right? Like you never know. These types of moves are extremely strong. So now we're trying to figure out where the heck are we in this structure, right? So I'm gonna keep that there for you guys to see, and I'm gonna show you where I think we are in the structure. Actually, I think that's one. That's two. The three, good luck. It's far. Like I feel like we're in a grand cycle right now. Like this was clearly like one, and that's two of some sort. But now we're making a sub. Like these are more subwaves. Okay. So now in these particular cycles, this is where I think we're at. This was clearly a one that I identified earlier, and that's a two. And now you got to look at it from here. That's definitely a one. That's two. That's probably a three forming actually. I'm not kidding. That's probably a three forming of some sort. And then there's going to be 4 and the 5, right? So when you think about it, there's actually a lot of room to go from EWT. I mean, look at it like that, okay? So let's move all these over, obviously. I just want to make it as wide as I can. Like, don't ever think that I do time analysis, though, because I don't. So just give you an example. Like, that's possible, you know what I mean? Because then that's one that we already deduced. Now you go to a lower time frame, like let's say 3-day. And that's definitely a one, right? And you say to yourself, well, this is not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't work like that. It's gotta be pretty proportional. The one was very bullish. And just to check it and see if it does a one-to-one extension, right? One-to-one extension. Oh yeah, it does a 1618 extension. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. So then you go into a low time frame and you just see it breaking down, right? Take a look at it there. Like, say the 2-day, that whole region in there is definitely a 1 of some sort, okay? Like a 1, 2, and now we're making a 3 up, right? So now you break this down further and you say to yourself, that's a 2, that made a 1618. There's gonna be a 3, right? And then there's gonna be a 4 and a 5. So I think this thing is eyeing something hard. I'm not kidding. I think that this is actually eyeing like maybe the 1618 extension. I think this is eyeing about 40,000. Are you serious? Fuck. Whoa. Like I think this correction is in, to be quite honest, because it's so parabolic that like, and we double top there on the 2-day. So I think that like this right here is done. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's probably 3. Like here's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 is coming down wherever the heck that is. I'm sure it'll be well above 25k. Honestly, like way above 25k. I don't know exactly where, above 28k I'm guessing at most. That'll probably break out to almost 40k after that. Just based on how it's looking. Maybe 30, maybe 30. Jesus, we already got to 35 almost. I think 40,000 is the next target. That's kind of my outlook for Bitcoin right now. That's my Elliot wave count. I've been planning for this one. I think that's the right count, guys. Okay. So here's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 down, 1, 2, 3, and the 4 is forming, and a 5. And you look on the weekly, like it just has a lot of ways to go. Okay, I think that MACD count was wrong earlier though, where this is a 1, 2, and that's a 3, 4, 5. That doesn't work like that. This whole thing is still making a 3. Like this is how I'm looking at it. This is like a 1 somewhere there. Remember 2, like all the way down there. This is now making a 3. You know, and this is gonna get a lower, right? And I don't think that the 5 is gonna be higher. So this peak is probably gonna do something like that. That's wave 1. That's wave 2, and the wave 3 might be even higher. Shit. So this is pretty nice. Our side gave us a good reset for the week from 94 back down to 84. So now we got some ways to go. Guys, we're bullish. I thought that was the drop, but nah, it's just a wave 4 correction. So now I'm gonna see if it holds above $28,000. Actually, realistically, it'll probably be right around here, the support for wave 4. I really doubt it'll break below here. I cannot see it breaking below 29,000-ish. Only by a wick to 28. I see that's such strong support. So because of that, now I'm going to be waiting for a long entry. Because if you take a look at the retracement already, let's go to like a 2-day. If you take a look at the retracement already, and with the Fibonacci retracement from down here to there, right there, right? That's a 0.5 retracement already. Oh, wow. Shit, we're bouncing, guys. I think we're bullish, honestly. I think we're definitely bullish. Shit, this is nice. I'm gonna make this video public, actually. So, yeah. So, I think that we're gonna try to test this again. Probably gonna get a nice hit on there. Because that's already a 618 fib, right? Because I think that's definitely a 3 in there somewhere. Yeah, I think that's a 3, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. So you take this fib structure and you say retrace. Oh, this one didn't retrace that much yet. My bad. I don't know why I said that earlier. Oh, it's because I'm not taking it at the right point. That's why. Okay, let me try that again, okay? So I'm going to take it from here to right up there. And we see it, oh, not even a 382 retracement. Yes, so a bullish retracement implies a 382 above 28,000. But a really good retracement would be, honestly, back down to about 24,000. So I'm going to call it now. The hard supports are basically 20,000 above this 382. That'll be very bullish. But this one would be ideal to get to because then we can accumulate a lot at around the $24,000 in this particular range. So I'm thinking that there's a lot of opportunity right now for a long, and I don't see any signs of bearish divergence, guys. I'm gonna see the 12-hour, but I got this feeling it's not gonna break down, and if it does, then my count is entirely wrong, and I'm like gonna be very shocked, honestly. If my count was wrong, I would be so fucking shocked, because that can't be the 3. There's no way that was a 3, because okay, guys, like if that was 1, 2, like this cannot be a 3. It would make 0 fucking sense, okay, in my opinion, for us to have like a 2.5 month correction for wave 2 only. Sure, this one does a 1-to-1, and then this one here, if it was very bullish, why would it only do a 1-to-1 for a wave 3? That makes no sense. And why would it only correct for basically like, instead of 48 days, only like 20 days for wave 3. It makes no sense at all. So therefore, you have to assume that this is not 3. That's definitely a subways 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 coming down. So right now, I'm looking for a kind of a long entry, guys, for swinging. I'm looking for a long entry that's going to be kind of above there, but it's not guaranteed, right? But that's what my other lower region is for as well. So now, like, we took a pretty big dip down to 20,000. We went up, and then now we're retracing a certain amount. So now my next goal is going to figure out, like, basically where to be catching this dip, and if this is even a dip where I can go long on it. You know what I mean? Like, is that even a dip I can go long on it? So yeah, checking it out. But of course, I'd rather grab it near the 28 to $29,000 range again. So these are my thoughts for Bitcoin. Bullish. Topic will be: are we going to 40K? See you guys later, and consider getting my course. I really mean it. So yeah, bye now. And by the way, if I owe you guys a course, like if I owe you because you bought it and I haven't sent it to you, can you DM me, please? Thank you. Bye.